And we are off.
Here we are again.
Welcome again, Dom.
Lovely to see you, Andy.
Yeah, likewise. Seems like it's been a while, but it probably hasn't.
Yeah, it's spinning.
Yeah. Anyway, so session 5 of 12 today, subscribers and random viewers that should subscribe.
Please do subscribe.
This is our, we're approaching the midway point of our 12 session blocks. No particular reason for doing them, just that we're adding a small amount of progression on each session that we do, with the idea being that if you follow them in chronological order, they will get progressively harder and you will get progressively fitter. But of course, it would be quite ambitious to go from 1 to 12 completely. So we do advise you to find your own level. And also, if you find a couple of sessions you like, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, 4 and 5, then by all means repeat those until numb. Which, if you're enjoying them, that's a great way of maintaining your interest, your fitness. And then when you feel ready, you can progress on to the higher sessions, the kind of 6 to 12 block, which are going to be more testing. So before I get too carried away with promoting the 12 sessions, it's important to say that we are on our warm-up, which is the obligatory and omnipresent 6 minutes at a nice comfortable level 3 to 4 on the rating of perceived effort. So your leg speed should be kind of like default. Obviously, as is this the warm-up, there's a good chance you're going to be slightly slower in the first couple of minutes until the synovial fluid gets around the joints, the heart and lungs start to kick in, you start to find your rhythm. But 6 minutes at a nice relaxed pace, feeling nice and loose, keep the upper body nice and relaxed, soft elbows, soft wrists, and get ready for a 35-minute workout, which is the longest one we've done so far out of the 12. So we won't be going to any great intensities, but we'll be doing the intensity for longer. So at some of the higher blocks of this, RPE 6, RPE 7, we'll be going for 5 minutes, which is longer than we've done previously. So a progression is in exercise, intensity is a progression, and duration is a progression. So to do something harder for longer is progression.
Yeah. So I was gratified to find I have finally got out on the bike on the road rather than just sitting indoors on the static bike. I had a go I went lucky enough to go to Lanzarote a couple of weeks ago and was able to test whether the sessions that Andy's putting us all through are having an impact, and thank God they are. I was able. It's a very nice place to go for a bike ride, and it was very gratifying to know that this work has an impact when you're really riding a bike. Yeah. So I enjoyed the ride very much and was happy to know. I went for 50 kilometres with a couple of other riders, and it was good. I enjoyed it. There's no doubt that this stuff is having an impact on my fitness, which I was pretty happy to hear.
Good, glad to hear it. So, that ringing endorsement from Mr. Cotton there.
There we go, you see?
Mr. Cotton there.
Yeah.
And if any of you have cycled in the Canary Islands, in Lanzarote, you'll know that it's got wonderful road surface, not too much traffic. A lot of the traffic is very kind of cyclist savvy, because there's a lot of training camps go out there, cycle clubs, because of the climate, so they're used to seeing a lot of cyclists. But there is one thing that is always there as well. That's the wind, isn't it, Dom?
There was a bit of wind.
There's always a good brisk breeze.
Yeah, it was pretty.
So you have to kind of tailor your rides as best you can. You know, go out with the wind in your face. So when you do that turnaround point or the loop, the return leg of the loop, you've got it on your back.
Yeah.
If you can manage that.
But as you say, the road surfaces are very different to the road surfaces in London.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. So,
a lot of attention to making them flat and smooth.
Yeah, it works. Things work.
It did seem to.
Right, well that's come on, Don. I think your leg speed needs to pick up. This is the thing about having a bit of a chat. Is that there's nothing wrong with it. In fact, that's one of the great pleasures about doing these rides, is that you can talk. You know, it can be a social thing. It has to be a social thing. I think a lot of exercise for a lot of people is very kind of solitary, and you may like it that way. But cycling is a good one to go out with someone you know or someone you don't know too well and get to know them and just enjoy the miles, and it does help the journey for sure.
Yeah, we hope to be, to an extent, company for you guys, having a go, doing indoor rides. Listen to our wittering.
Yeah.
If you want.
Although, as the old adage goes, it's way easier to pick up a travelling companion than it is to lose one. So
you can't shake me off, everybody. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, I'm not. No matter how fast I pedal, I can't get away.
That's just rude.
Rude. Right. 20 more seconds, and then we go into our first, if you like, exercise block, and we're going up to a level 5. So I'm at 3 to 4, about a third of the way through the effort levels, and I'm getting ready to adjust the resistance. Here we go, up to a 5, so halfway. Right, slight change on the wheel tone there. I'm keeping my default leg speed, making sure that I'm not slowing down. Remember, it takes 45 seconds to a minute for the body to make those adjustments to the increased load. Ooh. Feels good to be doing this again, doesn't it?
It does. As you might be aware, we've had some technical hitches, hence the slight delay in releasing this particular video. But we have now got a reasonably...
I love the way that Dom's doing this. He's telling people in the future that it is going to be released. And of course, we did this on the last session. Yeah. And that's now, if it had been shot on 16mm film, there'd be a bin full of it.
Doesn't always get there, but no, we've got quite a technically advanced setup going now, which is good.
Yeah.
But it's all systems running smoothly.
Yep.
As I speak.
Okay. Right, that's a minute into my 5. Am I working at a 5? Maybe a tad off. I'm just going to increase resistance just a little bit. Just a small twist on the resistance wheel. It's quite difficult early on, isn't it? Because
it is.
To
calibrate is definitely
to calibrate yourself. It's best to go easy on yourself. Yeah. Especially because we've got some 6s and 7s to come. And you don't want to be at 6s and 7s.
No, you do not. Oh, what 6s
and 7s? Let's keep that leg speed up, Dom. So be pushing right through the ball of the feet, not the arch or the toes, the kind of ball of the feet.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
I just realised as soon as I did that, I was pushing slightly harder, so I just put a bit more resistance on.
We were talking earlier about the provision for sports facilities for general use in various parts of the world, and it'd be great if some of you could add your comments to where you live and what it is that makes it either prohibitive for people to get into activity or very encouraging for people to get into activity. Certainly where we are in London, it can feel quite prohibitive at times that there isn't enough easily accessible, free stuff to get children, get adults of all ages participating. And obviously we all know there's the resultant health benefits from activity, and also there's a resultant detrimental aspects of health if you don't exercise, and it seems like an easy fix at times. It's the barriers at the top of the cliff rather than the ambulances at the bottom.
Yes, true.
And we're bemoaning the lack of accessible soccer pitches in London at the moment. It's quite an incredible situation for our national sport. Anyway, I'm probably got to be in my bonnet about it at the moment. Well, I have done for a while, but it's kind of coming to a head.
Yes, there's never quite enough money at the grassroots level.
No.
It seems, and it's probably true everywhere, but it feels particularly true where we live. Lots and lots of people of all ages want to get into physical activity, but if you make it hard, they're even less likely to.
Yeah. Or you put a paywall up for it. Yeah, it's just, it's not the way it's meant to be.
It's not free like these workouts.
No, no. Although you do have to purchase a bike.
You do.
Have a
You do.
smart device to watch your son.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we try and remove as many barriers as we can.
Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
the point. It's
Well, I'm definitely a 5 now, Dom.
I think I am.
How are you feeling?
I think I'm on a 5. I
Yeah.
mean, again, I sort of.
Okay. Right, 30 more seconds and we're going to a 6. So you've got to keep that leg speed up.
Yeah.
I mean, you really have got to keep that
No,
leg speed up.
it's one of the things I wake up thinking about. Leg speed. Oh, it's true.
That feels good. Yeah, I'm definitely a 5. A good 5, a mid-range 5.
Yeah, a good 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Beginning to think about stopping talking.
Yeah. Okay. Right, let's go.
6 it is. Right. Okay. And we're going up to a 7, Andy. Are we today?
This is yeah, we're at a 6, going up to a 6 now. Yeah. That's going to feel like a 6. That's going to feel like a 6. Keep that leg speed up, Dom. Upper body relaxed, elbows soft, head looking forward and down. In through the nose,
As we always say,
out
guys,
through the mouth.
please do let us know how you're getting on with your fitness regime and where these sessions fit in.
Yeah.
It's not a great example. It never ceases to happily surprise me. But whenever I get onto this and I'm doing a session, my head begins to clear. I'm kind of positive. I was talking to one of my kids the other day, and he's 20, so he's not an off workout target consumer, if you like, but he was saying just getting into the gym and how you never leave the gym feeling worse or doing something that you never feel worse.
No.
It's landed now. You don't have to be a rocket scientist or a fitness fanatic to know that if you try and do some physical activity, you will always feel better after.
Yeah.
Barring injury.
Yeah.
In your head, you
Yeah.
you know that stuff.
And again, he's like, certainly like this morning, it's like a Monday morning, quite busy, had a busy weekend, and kind of getting prepared for this at home before coming over to the cabin. And it's almost like the first few seconds that you step out the door, instantly feel better. Just the act of moving.
Come and see me, right?
Yeah, that was it. That was it. Of course it is. But it's just the act of movement. And I think down through history, people have said that a number of problems that can be sorted out just by a long walk, or helping to clear the head, or certainly that kind of walking and talking therapy where you're going side by side, a bit like this.
Yeah.
Walking, and you've got less inhibitions when it comes to vocalising your concerns about many things. And typically that's been the great thing about sports clubs, is that the activity is the vehicle to get people out, but the whole kind of support network and the ability to kind of offload and let people offload on you with their thoughts and hopes and fears is so important, and that does get overlooked. I think it's certainly people are pretty more aware of it now, but it's such a great thing. That vehicle, any vehicle that will just get you out and doing activity, I think something. Right, keep that leg speed up. How are you feeling?
Not bad.
Not bad.
I thought you were chatting and you wouldn't think.
No.
But you still managed to look round and tell me to keep my legs
Yeah,
up.
I'm just.
No, I'm all right. I'm good. I feel
Yeah,
like
make some progress.
synovial fluid. Not that I will be able to tell you what it is, but
Yeah.
we've talked about it enough times. It feels like it's beginning to
Very important.
get going. And the old Castrol GTX.
Oh, this is good. Okay, so just over another minute of this. We're at level 6, and then we go into our high point of the session, It's a classic pyramid session on the way up to the hard level and then on the way down. So the next block in about 50 seconds will be at level 7. So get yourself ready for that. And don't forget, it takes 45 seconds to a minute for your body to make adjustments. So don't put the resistance on too hard. Ease yourself into it. You can always wind it up a little bit if you feel that you should be at a 7. Now 7 for myself and Dom is, we can talk, but we'd probably rather not.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm definitely getting towards that.
Once you get past 8, then it's quiet time.
It's quiet time.
Apart from the lungs and the nose. Right, so let's make this a good 7, Dom, okay? A good strong 7.
Yeah.
So in 5, 4, there we go. Right,
It's a 7, right.
it's a 7. Tone of the wheel changes. Whoa. Right. Yep.
I'm going to find this hard for 5 minutes, there's
Yeah.
no doubt about it. I might even have overcooked it, but... And Andy's not letting me out of the saddle. I just feel a bit like the opportunity to just use different muscles.
If you've been following these rides, you know that Dom favours them out the saddle.
Well,
Whereas
it's favour.
I'm not particularly keen on it, I just find it. But Dom, you have my permission.
Oh, do I?
You do.
I literally just...
You got my permission to stamp on those pedals and give yourself
It's just a different muscle.
a change of view.
Yeah.
Nice stance.
It's alright.
Yeah, it's good.
Keep my hips still.
Yeah, head still's the classic.
That's it.
Yeah. How that feel?
Yeah, that's good. That did definitely help. Just to break up the routine and use different muscles.
So if any of you were out there on this, going up to the apex of the pyramid, then want to get out the saddle. In fact, I think I might do that as well. Just for a bit.
You see how steady Andy's head is when he... It's a small amount, but only a very small amount of movement.
That's enough. That's enough.
Oh, this is good.
Let's keep that leg speed up, Dom.
Stick with us, everybody.
Yeah. So we're definitely at 7. You can hear us structuring the sentences in between the demand for oxygen that the muscles require. Oh my. It's a long 5 minutes.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
This is tough.
This is where
Straight through at 5, no breaks.
this is where time takes on another dimension.
It is.
So feels like treacly.
Yes. And the thing is, as part of our rather sophisticated technical setup, we've got a massive clock in front of us.
An enormous
So
clock.
I can't even look. Sometimes I try to close my eyes and
No,
look back, but
it's painfully obvious where we are.
it's ticking
Yeah.
slowly.
It's like when you had detention at school
Never, Andy, never.
and the clock on the wall just never moves for that hour. Detention. It didn't hit me until I was older what an ominous word that is to use for
Yes,
children.
as you say, it sums up
Yeah,
Guantanamo Bay.
it does. Yeah, detention.
Yes.
After school, detention. Awful, awful. Pretty sure that. Anyway, we bemoan the state of education now.
No, don't
Or
start.
prior education.
Don't start.
No, I won't. I won't.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Legs spinning good.
Yeah.
Good and quickly.
I can feel this. I did have a little workout. It's Monday today. I had a little kind of strength-based workout on Friday. And I can feel that in my legs today. Just using body weight stuff. But definitely the thighs are feeling more pumped than they would have been. Oh man.
Stick with us, guys.
Another minute of this, and then we go down to a 6. So we're over the hump almost, and then we're going to drop down the other side. But counterintuitively, you're going downhill, but you still got to pedal hard.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the hill in Lanzarote where the wind's in your face.
Yes. This is a great experience. Strange landscape out there.
Yeah.
Very moon-like, volcanic.
Gosh. Right. Almost there. Almost. There we go. All right, back down to a 6. Keep that leg speed up. Oh, that feels nice.
Yeah, just a tiny nudge off the
Yeah,
resistance.
the wheel. So you'll notice, or you've noticed already, there are no recovery breaks in between these increasingly intensive blocks of activity. So that's another progression. You can do the same workout that had recovery blocks, but either cut down the recovery blocks in their duration or take them out. So again, that's another progression. There are so many small tweaks you can make to a workout. It doesn't have to be like chalk and cheese for it to be different. Just by adding a few seconds here and there and taking away a few seconds here and there has a really positive experience or positive effect on the body to allow your fitness to either be maintained or to hopefully increase slightly. Got that sweat on you, Don?
I have, the dab has appeared.
Yeah.
I'm got a standing start. It took a bit of a while.
Threshold of sweet. Sweat?
Sweet.
Threshold of sweets.
Face sting as ever.
Yeah.
Oh, no. It's good. It makes you feel like you've been working. That's the truth of
Yeah,
it.
it does. And the thing with, regular exercises, it should be maintainable. It shouldn't be high intensity all the time. You can't maintain that. The body can't maintain it. And psychologically, if every workout you did was high intensity, you'd soon get to the point where you really wouldn't look forward to it.
Yeah.
You need to give yourself stepped exercise sessions. Low intensity, medium intensity, high intensity.
Yeah.
With the emphasis on the lower and medium. To maintain high intensity 3-4 times a week, no, it's not possible.
And that is
Not possible.
I think, even more true as you get older, and you've got to know when to back off, haven't you?
Yeah, and just structure it. And it's okay to think, oh, well, I've done a low intensity or a mid intensity, I really don't feel like a high intensity, but then don't do it. Go back to a mid or a low, but do something. Do something so you can keep that momentum going. Talking of momentum, Dominic, keep that leg speed up.
Oh, I'm surprised.
No.
Keep the leg speed going.
Keep leg speed up. Default leg speed.
It was definitely true that when I was riding, I won't talk about Lanzarote many more times, but it was nice. And based on what Andy's been telling us, I was conscious of knocking it down a gear and increasing my leg speed rather than the other way around.
Yeah.
And it definitely works.
Definitely helps.
The guy I was riding with, he used the phrase, spinners are winners.
Yeah.
And I think that's true of, all levels of cycling, but at the top end, you almost never see, really professional riders or great amateur riders. They're never grinding through the gears at the top of the hill, unless they're about to fall off.
Yeah, it's about timing and knowing what you've got in your legs to do. Pushing a big gear and using those large muscles burns a different fuel, a different body fuel. It's not your bordering kind of anaerobic where your body's having to resynthesize lactic acid. It's those stored carbs in your legs, and you've only got a finite amount of those. So spinning your legs at a lower intensity for a longer period is the classic using fat as the fuel. Your body's breaking down your body fat, taking it to the muscles. But it can only do that at a low intensity. A high intensity, there are too many chemical changes need to happen. So your body goes into your carbohydrate stores and depletes them.
Right.
And if you've been out for a ride and you've been pushing hard, and then suddenly you start looking for the nearest corner shop to buy a Battenberg cake,
It has happened.
then it's because you've depleted your carbohydrate stores. They haven't got, you're out of fuel. Anyway.
Yeah, that's quite an important thing to consider. I've done a few rides where I've done completely the opposite and overfueled and felt pretty sluggish for the first half hour of the ride because of that. So you need to know your body, don't you?
You do, yeah. Okay. That wasn't too bad.
No, there we go.
Okay, down to a 5.
Keep the legs turning.
Keep the legs turning. So 5 minutes of 5. Woo.
Great, well done.
That feels easier.
Doesn't it? Yeah. No.
That 5 on the way down feels easier than 5 on the way up. Of course, there's the euphoria of finishing the workout. Seeing the clock in single digits.
Yeah, it is. It's good. There we go. The endorphins helping to raise a smile. Oh.
Yeah, feels good. It feels good. Feels good.
Singing Andy Pollintine.
Well, something I've vowed to learn the next year is learn how to sing.
Yeah.
I've got a voice like a toilet flushing.
No one has.
Well, apparently everyone can learn how to sing. I'm about to find a teacher that's his mantra and prove him wrong.
Okay, well.
Yeah.
I love a bit of singing me.
Yeah, I think
It makes you feel good.
yeah. What a wonderful primeval thing to do,
Isn't
right?
it? Absolutely.
Just to sing. It's like
Definitely.
It's like the core of music, right? I feel like banging a stick on a log and
It's true.
chanting. How wonderful.
It's true. The basic stuff is
How wonderful.
really important.
Yeah, it really is. So if you want to check out our banging a stick on a log channel, then we'll give you
Andy and his stick.
we'll give you details of our travels around the woodlands, banging logs.
It's just enough.
Well, with a
Enough,
stick.
enough.
With a stick.
Enough.
Yeah.
But you're learning to sing, right?
Yes.
Yes, I think my equivalent would be learning to dance. My first ever girlfriend in 1980
Here we go. This is what we love about these rides.
something or other.
This is what we love about these rides.
She told me
30 minutes in, everyone starts
I was-
chatting.
I was like 15, 16, and she said you're rubbish at dancing, and I swear ever since then
Well,
I've been inhibited. She might be right, but it didn't do
Well.
confidence on
Well.
the dance floor any good.
well, that's. And do you know what? So many people's experiences of when they're young, of when they're singing or dancing, all it needs is one comment from someone who they valued
Yes, indeed.
to say, you're no good at it.
Where is she now though?
And I think she's a dancer. But it's those throwaway comments from people when you're young that can inhibit a whole lifetime. And this is the same thing about singing. There's a good friend of mine, and we both shared stories about being at school and being told to keep our voices down because we weren't good singers.
That's just terrible.
And so of course, from that day on, which was, I think I would have been 10, I don't sing. I don't sing.
That is shocking.
I only sing
when you're drunk.
when I've had a few drinks and I'm in my shed playing records I love when there's no one around.
Yeah.
And I don't care, but
Interesting.
totally inhibited. And this is, you carry it with you for years and years and years.
True. Well, the same.
And I've need to, same, yeah. People being told they're not very good at stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't do that, you're the wrong shape. I mean,
Yeah.
crikey, man. It's just,
Yeah. We need to encourage and inspire
yeah.
rather than the other way around.
Yeah, there are so many activities that everyone can do. It's just, you know, courses for courses, you know, but there's a lack of courses. Plenty of horses.
Now,
Right,
where are we? heading towards the warm down.
Yeah, we've got another minute to go of this, about 5, and then we're into the warm down. Whoa.
Keep enjoying. You can even have a dance along to Andy's tunes. Although you are on your bike, so probably not.
Yeah, there'll be no singing on those tunes, as you've not yet anyway, as you've probably gathered. Here we go.
Into the final section.
We're not rubbish at dancing. No way, everyone can dance.
Well, I don't think I am particularly rubbish at dancing. I literally feel instantly inhibited.
All right.
And self-consciousness.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I think there's problem is I often, on the occasion when I go to a club or a party and there's dancing going on, I do sort of step back and look at other people and think they look ridiculous. But I keep those thoughts to myself.
Of course, but that justifies you. You need to give yourself a benchmark. Okay, ready for the warm down? Whoa.
Down to a 4.
Down to a 4.
Lovely. Yeah. No, I think I have, and it's a phrase I've coined. I'm sure it's a sportsman's dance, which is slightly stiff,
Okay.
a bit wooden.
Right, a bit like a sort of regimental sergeant
Something
major.
like that, yeah.
At the
There's not much. I mean, I've got rhythm. At least I think I have. But I mean, that's easy for me to say. But it's the fluidity.
right.
Just something you didn't do very much when you were young.
Yeah.
I didn't anyway.
Yeah.
Some people do. So yeah, send us your war stories of
Yeah. Dancing.
your upbringing.
Dancing
What
and
is your-
sport and singing.
Well, I mean, I think what's better, what I love getting to our stage in life, is that you can learn things. As you were talking about learning singing.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
I know.
You just go, I'm not having this.
Yeah, I'm not doing.
gonna learn.
I'm not putting up with it.
And I'll get as good as I want to get to make
I-
me feel confident.
yeah.
Brilliant. I love it.
Also, to have
Good on
the, you need to. It takes you a while to reach that point, right?
Yeah.
It takes you a while, years and years, before you go. Hang on a minute.
Yeah, it's true.
Why am I putting up with it?
I think it's definitely part of 40 or 50. You go, screw it. I'm going to become
Yeah,
good.
you
or
become less tolerant.
Good enough. Yeah.
You become less tolerant of.
Yeah.
You may become less tolerant of your own foibles.
Yes, indeed.
And you become. Hang on a minute. I can do this, or I can try this.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, we've both got families, and we're always encouraging our kids to try and don't be put off. And then there's quiet moments with your cup of tea in the morning. You're like, hang on a minute.
Yeah. What about me?
I've been put off. Yeah. Why aren't I trying? Yeah. So good.
Yes.
Right. You dance, and I'll.
Yeah. You wait.
You are me. You are me. I'll sing it. You wait.
Well, you
This will
see,
be our Christmas, about the Morecambe and Wise Christmas special.
but I can't believe he hasn't mentioned it, and he probably hoped I wasn't going to. But I'm in a band.
He is.
I'm a singer.
He is.
And with some other friends, and absolutely love it. Can't play anything, it's just singing. Anyway, enough of that. But it is
I think to sing is just what
it's liberating.
use your voice as use your body as an instrument.
Yes. It's definitely
As a
liberating.
tool. As a tool. It's wonderful.
My body is a tool.
Oh, wonderful.
Right, anyway, here we go.
Oh, right, warm
Please,
down, right. Last minute and a half, you can start to reduce the cadence. I think we've talked quite a lot today
A
about
wide-ranging chat.
yeah, which is I think was overdue for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, to now this is session 5 of 12. Session 6 of 12, I've got a feeling it gets a bit tougher. It won't be so much.
Oh.
God. There won't be so
We're
much
doing it.
conversation.
Yeah.
A little less conversation.
You can help us improve.
Right,
Final minute.
last minute.
Woo!
Woo! Woo! Right. I like that. Don't I like sitting back in the saddle? Oh yeah. Stretching out the hip flexors.
Yeah.
Oh.
We do say it all the time. We can't say it enough. Please, if you haven't subscribed, you're watching one of these videos and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. We're making good progress growing our audience, but we'd love more people. And if you like them and you are subscribed, please tell anyone else you know who's got a static bike and is over the age of 40 or 50 and they need a bit of inspiration. I think I hope you agree, we've created content which will help.
Yeah.
So do share stuff around, please.
Yeah. Wonderful. Last 10 seconds. As always, if you feel like you haven't cooled down enough, then please continue to spin the legs after.
There we go, we're done.
There you go.
Fabulous.
Well done, man.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Back with another workout very soon. Cheers.